That's up to you, man. The harder you work, the farther you'll go.
Yeah, speaking of that, I know it's planned for me to come off the bench initially, but, Coach, I want to be a starter.
You're hungry. I like that. But this is the NBA. Coaches want to win games, and rookies make mistakes.
I hear that. I do. But for argument's sake, let's say I play a clean game. What do I have to do to be a starter after that?
You're a smart guy, MP. You see the guys ahead of you on the depth chart. These are very good NBA players, man.
I know that, Coach. I joined this team for its talent. But what if I'm better?
If you prove you're better, you'll start. But you'll have to earn it. Nothing is going to be given to you.
Well, Coach, I think it may surprise you by how ready I actually am.
We'll see. Most rookies take at least a season to adjust, but maybe you're the exception. I hope you are, man.
Who handed them to me? One by one. Well, I gotta take. Be sure not to leak any info on the social.
And then we saw the new Jake Duvall movie.
Enjoyed those trips, huh? Ooh, I've been wanting to see that.
Yeah, what'd you think? It was in 2021. There were
You didn't like it?
109
No, I
international players. You were liars.
It's Jake Duvall. How could you not like it?
Yeah, it just wasn't France or Germany make up the top four.
Which part?
Well, how many
Aliens?
countries total?
The biohacked weapons?
39 last
the
year.
time travel?
No, that made perfect sense. No.
Ooh, that felt good.
I see you out there doing work.
I am. What's up, buddy?
What's up, MP?
I don't really know. I have a lot of fun with the outside shooter, so I mean, I'll probably stick with that. Obviously, I might eventually make one. Nah, I don't like Anthony Davis, dude. Never been a fan.
One man who's looking to make a name for himself in the spotlight, MP. Excited for his debut on the NBA court. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. I'm Kevin Harlan, excited to share the broadcast table tonight with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot. Robinson is out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the small forward spot. And for the Bulls, they've got Jack Collins, Okoro out there.
AK-47. No, I was saying I've never been a fan of Anthony Davis. AK-47 is pretty cool. I like him back in the day.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves.
Here for the Bulls. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Let's throw it over to
Oh, no, I agree with that. For sure.
Well, tonight marks MP's debut coming off the bench to play in his first NBA game. There were some doubts and pushback as he maneuvered his way to the team that he wanted to be drafted by. But at the end of the day, MP said, I know I belong here. Now is my chance to show the world who I am. Guys?
Yeah, he's clearly bought in and ready to go. Well, thanks so much for that report. Pistons trailed by 3.
I don't like Porzingis. I try to stay with players that I like.
And that one is stuffed right through.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Pass to Smith. 14 feet away. LeVert grabs the miss.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Herter passes to Wallace. And that won't go, missing the...
Yeah, I agree. Dennis Rodman would be a good one.
Outside, Sexton. 14 feet away. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Wallace with the screen on Giddey. To the wing on the left. Jenkins dishes to Wallace. And Wallace slams it in. And here making his NBA
debut, it's his first bucket.
MP, a native out of rural Vermont, and MP has had quite the path to get to the NBA.
Hey, what do they say? It's not where you came from. It's where you're headed. MP might hail from a state not known for producing basketball stars, but he's here now and has the right mentality from what I've seen.
1 second left, and no good in the last second attempt this time. Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Pistons. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. We've got Paul Reed, also Wallace out there. LeVert out there with Green, and it's Jenkins in at point guard. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Green. It's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Miller.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Rushan Yabusele, he's checked in for the Bulls. Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, the Detroit Pistons, looking to build on last season's breakthrough. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said Cade Cunningham's leadership makes his job easier. And all that aside, Bickerstaff said their fierce style is key, adding win or lose, we win the fight.
Not a team to be taken lightly. Thanks a lot, Shams. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Desmond Bane and the Orlando Magic. And then on Monday, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them.
And that game against Sacramento, that's one to watch for. 4th contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm interested in how those teams match up in the early part of this year.
Pass to Holland. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Wallace with the screen on Miller. Holland, no good. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Sexton's shot is good.
And he is just an explosive athlete. Sexton not at all fazed by the contact.
Pass to LeVert. Here's Holland, covered by Miller. Here's Wallace. Chicago grabs the miss. And it's their first look at this year's Pistons here for the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
And we're watching two teams looking to make that next step. They want to break out of the middle of the pack, prove they can do some damage.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Okoro's checked in for Nick Richards. And Fernie Simons comes in for Miller. And Jones subbed in for Josh Giddey. Cunningham kicks to LeVert. They get it back. Won't. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. Miller's checked in for the Bulls.
Now into the lineup for Chicago.
It's stolen by Smith. Cunningham against Jones. Pass to Simon. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Simons has got 8.
That's now 7 out of their last 10 coming off the assist. Taking a look here at some stats for Cunningham. He's coming off an excellent season. 4th in assists. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And as you said, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace. He was in total command of the offense last season. Look for more good things to come. Jones looking for an opening. Miller outside. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Wallace has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's LeVert. And he lays it straight in. LeVert's got his 2nd basket.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Bulls.
Back to Jones. Pass to Miller. Bulls moving the ball around. Simons from outside. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Wallace with a screen on Jones. Inside. And it's Wallace slamming it down.
Just a fantastic decision maker. Cunningham giving it up in that 2-man set.
Jones against Cunningham. Jones the pass to Okoro. Smith kicks to Jones. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's his 2nd, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A 3rd.
So it's the Pistons now. They trail by 7. And Thompson kicks to Cunningham. To the paint, here's Wallace. And it's Wallace with the jam.
And that's something Cunningham takes pride in. Sharp read with that pinpoint pass.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Pass to Wallace. Back to Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Jones. Cunningham's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Buzelis. Guarded by Harris. And it's sent back by Wallace. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Harris.
whether he's off ball or on it. You just love what Wallace brings to the floor.
The first one falls. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
Cunningham inside. Working on Jones. Wallace misses.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jump.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Thompson against Sexton. Out to Smith and taken away by Wallace. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Wallace with the screen on Jones. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Bulls leading by 7. Pass to Giddey. Smith outside. Here's the 3. Now Wallace launches a 3, and that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists tonight. To the inside. Wallace misses. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Sexton's shot is good.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Cunningham against Jones. Cunningham kicks to Thompson. Wallace with a screen for Thompson. Cunningham on the wing. Defended by Jones. And the slam by Wallace.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Thompson against Sexton. Smith wide open. He fires. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
Robinson for 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Giddey, no one around him. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back to the action in just a minute.
You look at the Pistons, you can think you know your team, but you have no idea until the real game begins.
You don't have to be a finished. Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Chicago Bulls. And that's a halftime wrap.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's in for the Bulls. Josh Giddey comes in for Anthony Simons. Then for the Pistons.
I got you. I'm good right now, buddy.
And it's Jenkins in for Cunningham. They've got Trey Jones. Wallace out there with Isaac Okoro. Then it's Jalen Smith. And it's Giddey in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Here's Jones. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, while they need more star talent, the Bulls have had only 1 top 5 pick in the last 17 seasons.
Yeah, it's like being on the treadmill of mediocrity, right? When that's the case, You've got to outperform your draft position. They've had some good picks in that time, but really no all-stars.
Wallace with his screen for Thompson. And he makes good on the layup. Thompson's got his third basket of the night.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Here's Okoro. Outside, Jones. A 3-ball. That's a 2 from Smith. And again, no good by Chicago.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Bulls leading by 6. Pass to Giddey. Jones with it. 11 points in the game. Down low. Smith sets the pick for Jones. And the 3 off target. Pistons trail by 6. A floater, Wallace. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Giddey's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Okoro finds Smith. And the layup's good off the glass. Smith's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Wallace with the screen on Jones. Robinson against Giddey. Duran a screen. Here's Jenkins. No good with the triple. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Now here's Jenkins. Defended by Jones. To the middle. Here's Wallace. And Wallace slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Chicago leading by 6. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Greg, the Pistons had some decisions to make this summer, with some of their veterans hitting free agency.
And with Cade Cunningham making All-NBA and earning that raise, a tighter squeeze financially, not easy to keep a high-performing team together.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Miller's checked in for Okoro, and it's Colin Sexton in for Trey Jones. Then for the Pistons, Reedy's checked in for Duran. Holland comes in for Asar Thompson, and Karis LeVert subbed in for Robinson. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, the Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Kevin, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the board? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunities.
Pistons trail by 10. Cunningham passes to Reed. The Pistons working the ball around now. Jenkins can't get it to go.
He hasn't even made 1 point at this point, and his team desperately needs him to get home.
Pass to Sexton. Smith sets the pick for Sexton. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Now here's Jenkins. Giddey defending. And Wallace slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Giddey kicks to Simons. Miller with a screen on LeVert. Miller, the pass to Smith. Back to Miller. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Wallace is... Got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. LeVert gets a screen from Wallace. It's tipped. Back to LeVert. Clock at 6. Cunningham's shot is off.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best productions. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just...
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Pistons trail by 10, and Detroit looking at who they've got. Reed out there with Wallace. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Jenkins in at the point guard position. Cunningham passes to Wallace. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got assist number 7 for him tonight. The Bulls leading by 8. Sexton up top, covered by Cunningham. Smith kicks to Simons. Miller outside. 5 to shoot. Pass to Smith. Shoots the 3. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
This is not the same guy we saw in the first half. Credit him for finding a way to shake off those first 2 quarters.
Wallace dishes to Jenkins. Simons against LeVert. LeVert gets a screen from Wallace. Now here's LeVert. He's guarded closely, and there it is for him.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Sexton against Cunningham. For 3, Smith. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Wallace with a screen on Miller. Reed the pass to Wallace. Now here's Jenkins. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And that's good from Sexton on the assist from Giddey. Giddey's got 6 assists now in the game. Pistons trail by 11. Wallace with a screen on Giddey. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Hey, Richard, the play-in tournament has not been kind to the Bulls in the past couple years.
Well, first of all, you shouldn't be in the play-in tournament 3 seasons in a row. That's where we should start. And every time they fail to advance, it shows how valuable getting a top 6 seed can be.
Richard, the Bulls knocked out of the play-in by the Miami Heat for 3 seasons in a row.
You can't call it a rivalry if it's in the play-in. It's not the playoffs. The playoffs? With the Bulls finally committed to a rebuild, it could be a while before they create any more impressive postseason narratives.
Miller sets a screen for Simons. Sexton deciding where to go with it. And Sexton slams it in.
And the vertical of Sexton is amazing. At 6'2", he's just capable of hammering it home.
Jenkins the pass to Duran. The Pistons working the ball around now. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
To the inside. Giddey. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
Here's Holland. Cunningham outside. At the top of the key, Wallace. Here's Holland. Fires the 3. Sexton grabs the board. And it's Miller in the corner. And they recover it. Miller sets a screen for Simon. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Well, Greg, they're making a valiant effort to come all the way back. Wow.
And they need to take care of the basketball. Plenty of time. No need to force anything.
Giddey kicks to Sexton. Kicks it out to Collins. And a miss there on the triple.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Wallace dishes to Cunningham. Down low. And it's Wallace with the jam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. And it's Giddey with the ball for Chicago. Pass to Simons. And here's Miller, defended by Duran. Collins kicks to Giddey. Offline with his 3. Pistons trail by 10. Puts it up from 15. And that one is off. Chicago has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Well, I don't know what Coach said to him in a half, but his shooting has been tremendous here in the second.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Some changes for Chicago. Buzelis is checked in for Miller. Okoro comes in for Sexton. And Trey Jones subbed in for Josh Giddey. Then for the Pistons, Harris is checked in for Duran. Thompson comes in for Holland. Robinson is subbed in for Jenkins. Cunningham inside. Defended by Jones. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Simons on the wing, guarded by Robinson. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Former dunk contest champion Anthony Simons. Greg, also a threat from deep.
Yeah, over half his shots coming from long range. I mean, he's not exactly a point guard or a lockdown defender, but if you need a bucket, that he can provide.
To the paint, here's Buzelis, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Buzelis has got the lead up to 12 now for Chicago. Cunningham up top, defended by Jones, and it's Wallace with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. 3-pointer, Simon. And it's in, basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And you got to get out on that if you're the defense. Simon's too big a threat from deep.
Cunningham kicks to Harris. Back to Cunningham. Inside. Wallace misses. The Bulls leading by 13. Now Buzelis. Simons on the wing. And the Bulls another 3.
And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
Cunningham with it. He's picked up by Collins. Cunningham passes to Wallace. Stolen by Okoro. Pass to Buzelis. And now in transition is Wallace. Here we go. Cunningham off the pick from Wallace. Cunningham kicks to Thompson. Here's Harris. Cunningham outside. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Cunningham's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Duran, he's checked in for Wallace. Calls timeout. They're up by 14. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And guys, just avoid the unnecessary fouls here. That's about the only thing that can get them in trouble at this point.
Reed, a screen on Giddey. Smith there for the rebound. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Levert against Sexton. Here's Miller. Giddey cleaves it in off the window. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
We knew rebounds would be a key factor in this matchup. You weren't able to control the glass as much as you would have liked. How do you turn that around?
Folks, we'd like to thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please drive home safely, and we hope to see you again.
Struggle doesn't mean it's time to jump.
Kevin, back to you.
All right, Dominic, thanks a lot. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season.
This Sunday,